The image is iconic. A fierce warrior, muscles rippling, wielding an axe. A horned helmet sits atop his head, a symbol of power and intimidation. This is the Viking of popular imagination, a figure deeply embedded in our collective consciousness. From childhood cartoons to Hollywood blockbusters, the horned helmet has become synonymous with Vikings. But this image, as ingrained as it is a myth. Vikings, those Scandinavian seafarers who raided and traded across Europe and beyond from the 8th to 11th centuries, never wore horned helmets. The truth, as is often the case, is far more nuanced and interesting than the myth. Let's state this unequivocally. There is no archaeological evidence to support the notion that Vikings wore horned helmets. Not a single horned helmet, or fragment of one, has ever been unearthed from a Viking Age burial site or settlement. This fact alone should be enough to dispel the myth. The absence of physical evidence is telling, but it's not the only reason to reject this popular misconception. Contemporary accounts of Vikings, written by those who encountered them, make no mention of horned helmets. If anything, these accounts often describe Vikings as surprisingly well-groomed and even stylish in their attire. If we delve into the historical record, we find detailed descriptions of Viking warriors wearing simple helmets. These helmets were often crafted from materials like leather or metal, providing essential protection during their numerous raids and battles. Some helmets were conical in shape, designed to deflect blows, while others were rounded, offering a different kind of defense. However, none of these helmets sported the iconic horns that popular culture often associates with Vikings. These historical descriptions align perfectly with the few helmet fragments that have been discovered by archaeologists. The fragments show no indication of ever having had horns attached, debunking the myth perpetuated by modern media. Experts in Viking Age history and archaeology are unanimous in their rejection of the horned helmet myth. They have conducted extensive research and found no credible evidence to support the idea that Vikings wore horned helmets. These experts point to the lack of archaeological evidence and the impracticality of such headgear in battle. Horned helmets would have been a significant disadvantage, making warriors more vulnerable. In combat, horns would have been cumbersome and easily grasped by an opponent, making them a liability rather than an asset. Practical helmets were designed for protection and efficiency, not for decoration. So, how did this enduring myth take hold? Its origins are murky, but we can trace its emergence to the 19th century, a time when Romanticism and nationalism were sweeping across Europe. This period saw a surge in interest in the Viking Age, with artists, writers and composers drawing inspiration from this bygone era. Operas like Wagner's Daring des Nibelungen, with their depictions of horned helmet-wearing Vikings, captured the public imagination. Visual artists too embraced the imagery, further solidifying the association between Vikings and horned helmets in the popular consciousness. Section 5. Wagner's influence. Richard Wagner's operas, particularly Daring des Nibelungen, played a significant role in popularizing the image of the horned Viking. Wagner drew inspiration from Norse mythology, but his depictions were often more theatrical than historically accurate. The striking visuals of his operas, with their horned, helmet-clad characters, left a lasting impression on audiences. It's important to note that Wagner himself was not attempting to present a historically accurate portrayal of Vikings. His operas were works of art drawing upon myth and legend to create a grand, dramatic spectacle. However, the visual power of his productions had an undeniable impact on how Vikings were subsequently perceived. Section 6. Popular culture's embrace. The 20th century saw the horned helmet myth further cemented in the public imagination through film, television, and literature. Vikings, often portrayed as brutal barbarians, were frequently depicted wearing horned helmets, reinforcing the stereotype. These depictions, while entertaining, did little to promote an accurate understanding of Viking culture. From children's cartoons to Hollywood blockbusters, the horned helmet became a visual shorthand for Viking. This imagery, while compelling, has unfortunately overshadowed the reality of Viking attire and contributed to a distorted view of their culture. It's a testament to the power of popular culture to shape our perceptions of the past. Section 7. The reality of Viking headgear. So what did Vikings actually wear on their heads? Archaeological evidence suggests that most Vikings went about their daily lives bareheaded. For protection from the elements, they likely wore simple woolen caps or hoods. In battle, however, head protection became crucial. Viking helmets, far from being horned, were typically simple and functional. Some were made of leather, while others were crafted from metal, like iron. These helmets often featured a rounded or conical crown, designed to deflect blows, and some even had nose guards for added protection. Section 8. Practical protection for warriors. The helmets worn by Viking warriors were designed with practicality in mind. These helmets were crafted to offer maximum protection while ensuring the warrior's mobility and comfort during battle. Horns would have been utterly impractical in a combat situation. Contrary to popular myth, Viking helmets did not feature horns. This misconception likely arose from artistic depictions in the 19th century. They would have added unnecessary weight to the helmet, making it cumbersome and tiring to wear for extended periods. The added weight would have slowed down the warrior, making them less effective in combat. Moreover, horns would have provided an easy handhold for an opponent, negating any protective benefit the helmet might offer. In the chaos of battle, an enemy could easily grab the horns, putting the warrior at a significant disadvantage. The absence of horns on Viking helmets is a testament to their pragmatic approach to warfare. Vikings prioritized functionality over flamboyance, ensuring their gear was both effective and efficient. Vikings were skilled warriors, and they understood the importance of having reliable, effective gear. Their training and experience taught them that every piece of equipment had to serve a purpose and withstand the rigors of battle. Their helmets, while lacking the visual drama of horned headgear, served their purpose well, providing essential protection in the heat of battle. These helmets were a crucial part of their armor, safeguarding their heads from blows and projectiles and allowing them to fight with confidence and agility. Section 9. Beyond the helmet Viking attire. Moving beyond helmets, Viking attire was generally practical and adaptable to the harsh climates they inhabited. They wore layers of wool and linen for insulation, with outer garments often made from tougher materials like leather. Contrary to popular depictions, Vikings were known for their cleanliness and even vanity. Archaeological finds have revealed that Vikings were skilled weavers and dyers, producing a range of textiles in various colors and patterns. They also used brooches, often intricately designed to fasten their clothing. Far from being the unkempt barbarians of myth, Vikings took pride in their appearance. Section 10. The power of myths, the quest for truth. The enduring myth of the horned Viking helmet serves as a potent reminder of the power of popular culture to shape our understanding of the past. This myth, perpetuated by various forms of media, has overshadowed the true image of the Vikings, who never actually wore such helmets in battle. It highlights how easily misconceptions can take root and persist, even in the face of overwhelming evidence to the contrary. Despite extensive archaeological findings and scholarly research, the image of the horned Viking helmet remains ingrained in popular imagination. However, it also underscores the importance of critical thinking and seeking out accurate historical information. By questioning these myths and delving into credible sources, we can gain a more nuanced understanding of history. As we delve deeper into the world of the Vikings, shedding the preconceived notions and stereotypes, we uncover a rich and complex culture. The Vikings were not just raiders and pillagers, they were also explorers, settlers and traders who interacted with various cultures across Europe and beyond. These were skilled seafarers, traders, artisans and yes, warriors who left an indelible mark on the course of history. Their advanced shipbuilding techniques and navigational skills allowed them to travel vast distances, establishing trade routes and settlements. Their story, when stripped of myth and embellishment, is all the more fascinating for its authenticity. By appreciating the true nature of their achievements and way of life, we can better understand the profound impact they had on the world. Section 11. Conclusion. Separating fact from fiction. The horned Viking helmet, while a powerful image, remains firmly in the realm of myth. It's a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and the human fascination with the past. However, as we strive for a more accurate and nuanced understanding of history, it's crucial to separate fact from fiction. The real Vikings, with their complex culture and remarkable achievements, deserve to be understood on their own terms, free from the constraints of myth and stereotype.